Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the farm again. We're back at the farm series, the Great Farm Cleanup, episode 64, I believe. And a lot's changed here since I was last here only a few weeks ago, just before we went to Tassie. Mum's back with me this time, probably will be her last time here because I'm packing up the bed soon. My brother Greg's also here, so we're just going to pack the van as we usually do on these trips, but it's Monday, so we have a bit of extra time this time. I'm going to load the trailer this afternoon, take a load out to the tip because it's only open Tuesday mornings, and we'll get rid of a lot of junk. We've got to finish cleaning up the sheds, but there's a lot of other changes going on. Have a look. Ross has been busy cleaning up around the yard, and he's been moving things into the immediate farmyard here for me to deal with. And we have to pick up where we left off as far as clearing out some of these old cabinets. But have a look around the corner. This used to be lush garden. Trees are gone, garden's gone. It looks so much neater. There was a fence along there. So it's really opened up. It's hard to even recognise it as the same place. But it was always going to happen, and he needed to make it less labour intensive to look after. So there's old tanks all pushed up in a pile there. And the big gum trees are all gone. He's levelled it out. There's the back of the shed. This was a big fernery here last time we were here. Gum tree's gone, and if we pan back to where I just walked through, there was a big Kurrajong tree there, I think that's what it was called. So that's gone, and it'll make it so much easier to keep the spouts on these sheds clean because they were forever filled with leaves and debris. So big open spaces here, lots happened. Not much of the rest of the garden's been touched as yet, but that will no doubt be cleaned up. I don't know if he's done anything over in the sheds. I've just ducked into the workshop. It's as I left it, so I'll have to finish emptying that. Same with Mum's shed. If you saw last episode when we were here, actually the previous episode, because last one was about the caravan selling on eBay. But last episode at the farm, we cleaned up a lot of this area. And the bench over there, I've just waiting for a lady to turn up. We've sold that for $100. I didn't get any takers on the table. I put that on Facebook Marketplace for $100 as well. But I have got a few other people coming to get stuff. The old roller mill here, I did put on Facebook Marketplace for $500, and I think we've got someone coming to get that this afternoon. It doesn't include the old wheels, the little trailer thing it's on, but hopefully that goes. The caravan is being picked up on Thursday morning, I believe, and I've spoken to the winning bidder, and he's absolutely thrilled to pick up this van, and he's really keen to come and take it home and start restoring it, which will be great. I might get him to send me a photo of it when it's finished. And this old stock crate that Mum had turned into a little greenhouse, well, I put this entire thing on Facebook for $50 and said, come and get it, take what you want. If you want any of the garden stands inside, if you want the cladding, if you want the frame, $50, take what you want. Guy's coming this afternoon. Hopefully he takes the lot. So this garden area out here is much neater. Ross cleaned up a lot of the fencing and stuff that was out here, and he's been able to mow it to keep it a lot neater. So yeah, it's I guess the organised areas are slowly encroaching on the house. Less and less clutter around. We're taking more and more stuff that we want, so it's leaving it much neater, which is the aim of the game. Not sure about this shade thing here. Don't know if Mum wants any of that. She does want some shade mesh at her new house. The old drums, probably just for scrap metal. I did have a guy that wanted them for tree guards, so I might give him a call at some stage. I'll probably be back here a couple of times, I think. A couple more times maybe. The garden here is quite overgrown with thistles and things, as you would expect. But yeah, still lots of stuff to pick up around the house yard. Various wheelbarrows, lawnmowers. Mum wants a lot more pot plants, so more stuff to round up. We'll hopefully get a good van load this trip. But look at that open space. That's weird. It doesn't even feel like the same property. And there goes the shade house, complete. The boys got it onto the trailer on their own. They also picked up a bit of free furniture as a bonus. And that's heading off to be, I think he said he was going to use it in his garden. So the old truck stock crate will live again as a greenhouse. Fantastic. We've got a load here ready to go to the tip first thing in the morning. Some recyclables in the back of the ute. I still haven't got that old T-model Ford axle out there. It can go for the ride. So a couple more cupboards gone from here. Starting to thin out nicely. First afternoon and we're achieving a lot. So it's the end of our first day or first afternoon. Greg's been doing a great job in here cleaning up the shelves and packing things in crates. So not much more to go in Mum's shed. We'll put those shelves in the van. Those ones I think can probably just stay here. And it looks like we've got, we overestimated what cardboard boxes we would use, because every time I found a reasonable one, I just brought it here. So some of those will probably just go on a bonfire at the end. I'll take better ones back that I think I might be able to use. The trailer's ready to go to the transfer station first thing in the morning. We will have to come back and reload and hopefully do another load before lunchtime, because there's more around. I've got a lot of glass bottles and recyclable stuff in the back of the ute, so we'll get all that recycled. So we've had, been very productive. I've had a couple of people out here. We did manage to get rid of the roller mill. You can see that it's happily going off to a new home. That guy, Dennis, actually collects old engines and things, so he appreciates early machinery, so that's great. It's found a new home, which leaves me with the little trailer here, which I will take the wheels off and take them back to the shop. The trailer itself is just basically bits of steel welded together, some of Dad's handiwork, so that can probably just go down to the scrapyard or the scrap pile down the lane. I've taken some photos of some things down here, which I'll throw onto Facebook tonight, hopefully find some buyers. There's a little, we tried to sell this ages ago, and actually someone won it on eBay, if I remember rightly, but they never came back, so I'll put that on Facebook Marketplace. Also the troughs here, and galvanised iron I probably will get to next time, because there's probably going to be more of that. And over this side there's a couple of long sides off the old truck. I think Dad used to use these when he was cutting gravel or sand. They're just pieces of steel, obviously welded together, about 14 foot long, two of them, but someone might have a use for them. I'll put them on Facebook for something like 20 bucks. I'd rather them be used than just go for scrap. So we've got a bit more rubbish here, which has to go in the second load tomorrow morning, and there's some more in the other sheds. I've also cleaned out one of the chook sheds, so they're mostly empty now, and I dragged all these old drums out that Dad had put on little frames. I guess they were used as laying boxes, I think. So not really any value there, not much scrap value either, but I'm going to put a photo on the local Facebook group. Someone might like to buy them as, well, either tree guards or chook laying boxes. There's also some very old water drippers and little hanging feed containers, so I'll put them on for free too. I'd rather someone take them than me throw them out. I had the old Massey Ferguson going, and I picked up, there was a couple of pieces over there next to the fence that I've moved, and we'll try and sell those. There's a carryall and a bale fork, 3-point linkage stuff, so that's nice and clear over there now. Ross has dragged all the old grain out of this silo. It was no good, and I think they've cut a hole in the bottom to get it out. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. He might feed it to the sheep or something. A little bit of mesh over against the fence. We might try and give that away. I did give some away last time. And here's the carryall and the forks off the back. Well, they're 3-point linkage fittings for the back of the Massey Ferguson tractor. So we should be able to get $100 each or something for that. They're not in the best condition. I think the other one, the forks, may even be homemade. Possibly this one is too, I don't know, but we'll try maybe 100 each, and hopefully we can find a buyer for those. We should go around the back and have a look where that stock crate was from the truck and see if the guys did take everything. And then tomorrow I'm planning to get into this shed a bit too and get this cleaned up as much as I can. It's one area where I haven't really tackled. So we'll walk around to the other side of the house and check out how much the boys left from taking the stock crate. And here's the remains of the fence, I think, that Ross tore down that was along here. If you remember looking down the lane in previous episodes, there was a fence right along there, and that's completely gone, as are the huge big sugargum trees. Bit of a shame to lose big trees, but it, Ross will turn this land back into more productive land. I don't think he'll crop in here, it'll probably be a lane, but he's got such big machinery that he needs the space to get it down. And it's just easier to keep neat when there's no trees in the road and no extensive garden. The old farmhouse looks a bit sad from this angle now. I've never seen it from this far back on this side. It was always shrouded in trees. Looks like he's had a bit of a fire to burn some of the branches and stuff. Bit of rubble in there too, bit of concrete, old bricks, a lot of stuff out of the garden. We may as well add to that pile with some stuff that needs burning. This is where the old wood pile was, and all the old tanks will probably just go for scrap metal. There's another pile of twisted metal here, probably some of the old wood tanks we had and the remains of a fence that wasn't much good. So that'll all get recycled. It'll all go to the transfer station where there is a pile for metal. And we're getting close to having to call a scrap guy to clean up our machinery graveyard down here. But I am going to get some wheels off the old binders, and I will try and do that this trip. I won't be taking them back, but I'll get them ready for another trip. Oh, it's been another beautiful day though. It's really nice. We're heading into spring. It's actually a perfect time of the year. It's not too hot, and it's still mostly green, and the weather's quite nice. Well, it looks like the boys took just about everything. Yep, look at that. They tipped the dirt out of some of the drums, and an old concrete trough they took, so they've neatened it up quite well. We'd got all the plants out of here that we wanted, and there's just a little bit of iron here. An old timber bench can just go on the bonfire, and a few little bits of plastic and stuff. But yeah, they did a good job. Oh, there's some of the tubs that were full of dirt. They don't have bottoms in them, they're just parts of an old drum, so they can go to the scrap metal pile as well. And an old shower door that Dad had used as part of the frame, so that's obviously no good. But that's pretty good. I'm glad they were happy, and I'm glad they cleaned it all up for me. I didn't have to lift a finger. So I'll tidy that stuff up tomorrow, and we might get a bit more on the rubbish trailer. I'm probably going to have to do another load to the tip in one of my last visits, so that won't matter if there's a few extra bits to put on. So it's looking really nice out here. Have a look if I pan around here. Have a look at how nice the paddocks look. There's no sheep here at the moment, but Ross has taken out a few of the fences, so it's more of a one big paddock. Looks very nice, very neat. So yeah, well, we'll keep plodding away. End of our first day. We're happy with what we got done. Mum's been organising pot plants and other things and getting things out of the garden that she wants to take back. As I said earlier, this will probably be her last visit here, so if everything is in a pile that she wants, I know I can just keep loading it each time I'm here. So we'll finish up this episode. I'll probably do another video tomorrow. We'll catch you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.